I'm addicted to food. Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Diary of a Fat Dad. I am the Fat Dad here, and today is a video that I've been wanting to do for a long time. Today I'm going to talk about my addiction to food. Well, I just want to start off to really make it clear what it means to be addicted to something, or what it means to be an addict. To be physically and mentally dependent on a particular substance and unable to stop taking it without incurring adverse effects. I know some people might be like, well, food is something that we need to live. How can this apply to food? Well, it actually can, especially when you've had a bad relationship with food coming up. Food is a source of nutrition and energy for our bodies, but at the same time, it tastes good. A big part of social gatherings, just food does a lot for our culture, especially here in America. And me growing up, as I went through a lot of things in life, I found myself to have like an emotional dependency on food, to the point to where when I would be going through something, what I would do is, I would eat to fill that void. To make myself feel better, even to the point to where it was like I was trying to reach a high. I want to talk about my genuine love for food. I love food. I love to talk about food. I love to watch videos about food. I love to cook food. I love to eat food. I just love the history, surrounding food. Most of the time I'm on YouTube watching videos. It'll be videos about food. It'll be videos where people are traveling to other places and learning about the cultures of other countries and other, people, and, talking about their food, the origin of it, where it came from, things like that. It's just something that I just really love. I almost consider it a hobby of mine. I love to cook. It's funny because when I was younger, I didn't love to cook. I was lazy. My sisters could cook really well, at least to me, like grilled cheese sandwiches and stuff like that. So I'd want them to make something for me because it tastes better when they made it. And I think to this day, stuff still tastes better when someone else makes it, because it's like you're already fatigued and tired from all the hard work you put in cooking. But I love cooking for other people. I've cooked stuff before and not even eating it, because I just love seeing that smile on somebody else's face when they're eating that food. It's just a genuine love that I have. I actually eventually at some point, look to make a YouTube channel that focuses on cooking, showing recipes, and, if I could do like a diners, drive-ins, and dives type of, show, that's actually my dream. I do have a healthy love for food. I want to kind of make that clear as far as, how I feel about it, but at the same time, I have an addiction to it, especially from an emotional standpoint, and the thing that makes it really bad is, like, before I eat something, I have built up in my mind how it's supposed to taste and how it's going to make me feel, right? I go to McDonald's and my thing is I like a McChicken with no lettuce, add pickles, extra mayo. Whenever that's cooked properly, it's just a certain feeling that it gives me. Like, my dopamine is like going off and I'm like, oh yes. So say I go to McDonald's to get that McChicken and they mess it up. Matter of fact, I remember one time I went, I guess they were out of the McChicken patties. So they use like the premium chicken patties they use for like the big chicken sandwiches. Someone else might be like, oh, well, that's cool. Not me, because in my mind, that's not what my taste buds were looking for. That wasn't what I had built up in my mind. So at that point, I'm going to go get something else to eat. I'm going to want something else to eat. Like, it didn't scratch that itch. Not thinking about the calories that I've already consumed. Not thinking about how full I already am. I still want to keep eating. I've even had times out to eat. Go out to the drive-thru to get some fast food, right? And I've already in my mind said, okay, I want to eat this at home. I want to kind of make this an event. Walk in my bedroom, take my bag, put it down, sit it on a table, sit in front of the TV, and watch TV. Well, guess what? I'm going to be hungry on my way from the restaurant to the house. So let me get a burger specifically just to eat while I'm driving back home. I even hit multiple fast food restaurants in, in one trip.
Damn!
Get stuff from different places. Now, I must say, if you try McDonald's French fries with Taco Bell's cheese sauce, that's off the chain.
Message!
If you think about it from a health point, if I'm not eating to be nourished or eating to have a meal, but I'm eating to chase a high, it's not going to end out healthy for me. You know, I'm going to be overeating calories, sodium, you know, cholesterol, fat, you know, just things of that nature. You know, so even when I'm happy or I want to celebrate something, you know, I might eat a lot. You know, it's usually in a bad way. It's an emotional void that food feels. And, you know, ways that this affects my life, my wallet, you know, financially, you know, eating fast food all of the time it can be a waste of money. I'm saying for myself personally, I'm not, you know, if you're spending your money on fast food or, you know, things that you like to eat, you know, that's cool. I'm not telling you that it's a waste of your money, but for me, I'm talking about my excessive bad eating. It can be a waste of money. It also pushes me to a unhealthier, you know, point in my life, and somewhere I'm physically not fit. I've got a lot of kids and I love my wonderful family, but I've got little ones, you know, and you want to be able to run around the yard and spend time with your little ones. And when you're too tired to even do that, you know, or you're always tired, physically, mentally, you know, drained, you know, because of the stuff that you're eating, it does affect your family, and it affects your kids, and, you know, it affects your spouse, you know. So I mean, filling that void, chasing food, the kind of that hit that I need, you know, it's like a dog chasing his tail. You know, I don't eat dessert a lot, you know, but whenever I'm around it or in it, it's not very filling at all. So I will eat it to continue to taste that flavor. So if it's like, my wife makes like the best banana pudding in the world, right? And so if she makes a banana pudding, I mean, you gotta think about it. There's like, you know, whipped cream, cookies, you know, sweetened condensed milk. And so those things are like, they're not nourishing me. So I'm just gonna keep eating it just to taste it, and eat it just to taste it, and eat it just to taste it. Not thinking about the calories that I'm consuming, or, you know, with me being type 2 diabetic, what it's doing to my blood sugar, how that's affecting my body. I'm just going to keep eating it. It's a problem. So I want to talk about how keto has affected my addiction to food. Now, mind you, I have not been eating keto for the past maybe week or two, but I actually wanted to address this in the video because it's something I actually plan on getting back on the wagon. I'm going to do another 7-day keto challenge for myself, and then I'm going to, you know, continue to take it there. Why 7 days? Because 7 days is not overwhelming in my brain, and it's something that's attainable. So when I was doing keto, one of the hard parts I have about starting keto whenever I do is because I know that it's going to just destroy that addiction to food. Like, as much as, you heard how I talked about how much I love food earlier in the video. Like, keto makes me not care about food to the point where I'm like fasting a lot. Just not even because I want to, it's just because I'm not hungry. So doing a ketogenic diet and low carb diet, it just really, really helps with, you know, those cravings, those, you know, you're fasting, and so it's like your willpower is just like, you know what, I don't want this McDonald's, or I don't want this burger. Or when I would get something fast food out to eat, it would be something like an unwich from Jimmy John's or something like that. So that was a really positive way that keto affected my addiction to food with my emotional eating. And I've known people addicted to things, and I've seen what they've gone through, and it's the same thing, you know. So people can be addicted to food, and you can have a very unhealthy relationship with food. And, you know, it's something that I currently have, and I'm working on it. And I think that, you know, educating yourself about food is a huge help. You know, I think that whenever I would track my food, like using MyFitnessPal or Lose It, those applications taught me and showed me a lot about food. Like, I might make a sandwich and I would put, you know, a tablespoon of mayonnaise on there, and I'm like, wow. Versus putting a teaspoon of mustard on there, which has 0 calories, you know. And as you begin to see these things and make these changes, you know, your taste buds change. Or you might be like, you know what, I don't need extra mayonnaise. So I can't imagine that every time I get something at a restaurant that's got mayo on it, I get extra mayonnaise. So I can't imagine how many calories I've consumed and how that's contributed to, my weight. And when people are overweight and people are fat, they really feel like they can't or won't be able to be healthy. They feel like they'll never be skinny. I'm speaking from experience from myself. This is such the journey or the road to success with this just feels so far away. It's like, you know what? I'm always going to be this big. I might as well enjoy what I'm eating or enjoy my life while I'm like this. So food is a thing that I enjoy. Food is a thing that makes me happy. Food is a thing that takes the pain away. So I'm just going to eat whatever I want. I'm going to eat this pizza with extra cheese and extra pepperonis. I'm going to get a large soda. I'm going to eat some ice cream after that because this makes me feel good, and it feels good. Not knowing they're pushing themselves closer into a coffin versus taking that step to say, you know what? My life means more to me than this food, the way that it tastes, the way that it makes me feel. So I'm going to stop and take that change to better myself. And that's hard. That's sometimes when people are addicted to something and they kind of, start that journey or that process to break away from it, they really have to have like a Damascus Road experience, like where, Paul was just knocked off his horse and he just had an eye-to-eye, face-to-face, just confrontation with Jesus. Sometimes it's like that. For some people, going to the hospital is the thing that does that, having a stroke, having a heart attack. And I don't want to be in the position where that's what it takes for me to do better and to get better. So, by the grace of God, right now I'm at 345.6 pounds. That's the lowest I've been in a while. Even within the 2 weeks that I've been, slipping up, I actually lost almost a pound. So I'm at 345.6. I weighed that today, and I will be continuing, getting back on my feet on the ketogenic diet, low carb diet. I'm not sure how long I'm going to do it, but I do know that I was feeling really good and I had a lot of success, while I was doing it. So, look forward to that, the 7-Day Keto Challenge Part 2. And I'm also going to talk about some, why I fell off or why I stopped or how I fell off. But I do want to thank you guys for your time. If you like the video, please feel free to hit that thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. If you'd like to see more content, please feel free to subscribe. If you have any questions or if there's something that that I didn't touch on or a comment you wanted to make, please feel free to leave a comment below. I thank you for your time and your support. Fat Dad out.